YouTube. Anyways. Yeah, has anyone sent you the whole YouTube? Has anyone sent you the whole album yet, Caleb? Sorry, Hullabaloo. But we're fun to hang out with. Nate sent it. Okay, hell yeah, dude. If you have any questions, let me know. You'll probably be able to. It's probably the easiest album. Honestly, like the very last song, the polyrhythms at the end are a little funky, but they're not technically hard. They're just like brain hard, you know, because you gotta focus on what the hell's going on. Couple 2-finger ones. But it's a pretty chill it's a pretty chill album technique wise, because usually what I do when I'm writing new parts is like whatever kind of techniques I'm working on at the time, I try and incorporate into the song. And the only shit that I did, the only kind of like new stuff that I've been working on since the last album was the 2-finger stuff. And the 2-finger stuff was very 2 fingers, excuse me. There it is. 2-finger is very simple, very, very simple play style. So it's like the new techniques that I was adding are actually quite simple. New tunes for the summer shows? Good question. It depends when the first single comes out. We're filming some music videos next week. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you. Banjo's more fun. You cruising for a banning around here, Hullabaloo? I've banned people for less. If I was in a worse mood, you'd be out of here. Yeah, it's a pretty chill album. 4 out of 10. Yeah, it was okay. Full Frontal Investigations on YouTube. Thank you very much. Track 4. Which one's that? Ba-doo, ba-doo, chip-a-boom, chip-boom, boom, chip-a-doom, ching. All right. Sounds good to me. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doo, beep, ba-doo-doo-doo. The Freaking Disciple. Which one's number 4? I can't think of it right now. 6 out of 9. Hilarious. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys got a little bit of a preview of some of the demos. Oh, Bananinu. Wait, no. Bananinu's the first one, I think. What game am I developing? It doesn't have a name yet. It's very, very early. I can show you. Let me show you. 4 on the link that you got. Oh, so it is Bananinu though. Yeah, I can send that to you. Just remind me. Carving Caleb next. Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys did get a little preview. I think you'll get a preview of the banjo stuff too. At a certain point, I'm going to start practicing them, and then we'll yeah, sorry. I was fucking thinking about 2 different things there. I'll start practicing them on stream, but you'll only hear the banjo. You won't hear the tracks. I need all the lyrics in advance. It's actually not a roguelike. When I first started developing it, I kind of thought it might be. And as I've been working on it, it's going to be more of like a very typical RPG. But I just haven't changed the folder name. Hopster, good to see you, my dude. How are you doing? Welcome on in. How long have I been writing code for? I've been writing code since COVID. So it's coming up on 6 years now. Okay, so I was just working on this walking animation before the before the stream. I have 2 different versions I haven't settled yet. There's one that's like the black one with the outline. And then this one like this. I'm not sure which one I like yet. But anyways, I've just got started on the overworld, so this is all really, really basic. I was getting just basic movement, collisions and stuff. But then it'll be like Pokemon where there's like, you hit like the random encounters, but instead of turn-based combat, it will be rhythm-based combat. So this is what I've spent most of the time working on. So then you got the 2 different notes at the bottom that you have to play in time. And each enemy will have sort of a different like melody. So the crab claps his claws and shit, right? The pelts are the currency, so you get the pelts, you get the extra pelts. If you kill the guy, so you reduce all of his HP, you'll have an opportunity to get some extras, so there's still incentive to try and hit all the notes. Then we're back in the overworld. I think if I start a new battle, I think the song doesn't work, but I'll show you the other enemy anyway. Let's go here. So I just have the crab and the maggot so far. So the maggot has different inputs that you gotta hit. And it's the same like music underneath with just different melodies over top. And then if you, let's say you do one where you die. Thank you, Full Frontal. So however many notes are left over, so let's say I get, I'll hit a couple of them here. So then you take however many notes you miss, you'll take that much damage. So that's basically where it's at. It's been slow going. It's my first C++ project, and I'm not using a game engine. I'm just writing it in C++. So it's a little bit slow going, but now that I got the battle more or less like at least at a somewhat like it's definitely not finished, but like I'm ready to move on now to the overworld and get sort of a rough map going and that kind of thing, get a couple new enemies in there, yada yada yada. But it's been a lot of just kind of like learning how C++ works and shit. So it's coming. Yeah, oh, there he is. There's Crabot. Code vid. You can't sleep, dude. Yeah, you're up late. What is it there? 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Spaceman was written in Lua. I used Love 2D for that one. 2 a.m. That's not terrible, but you're a working man now. You're a fucking working man, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anyways, let's do some work on it. So yeah, I was working on animations right before the stream here. Working on this guy. Again, I'm not sure if I like I kind of like the outline's kind of cool. But there's something really kind of like Atari about that one too that I like. Like very, very old school looking. Play that batter on banjos. Hell yeah, dude. Here, let's get some background tunes going. Royalty-free background music. This one was okay, the synthwave one. Heck yeah. Will always be 3. No, it's gonna vary. And I have tons of ideas. I'm just gonna have to see if I can pull them off. But I have ideas where like I think it'd be cool to have like a modifier. So you have like your normal like face buttons. Let's see what you guys are seeing here. Your normal face buttons here. And then like if there was like a modifier, so you had to kind of like either press the D-pad or like the thing, so you kind of maybe had to go like do 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 do. And I thought like it'd be cool if you had to like if they're like you hold an input and like bend a note, so you kind of got to go like burn and like twist the like you know, the analog stick on the left side or something like that. So that it's all subject to change. It's all very up in the air, and I'm trying to just put in the hours and see where it goes, kind of thing. Some royalty-free synthwave. Like what's better than that? So anyways, let's keep working. Let's keep working, keep twerking. So here's the idle animation I was just working on, just real simple. It's got to be way slower than that though. In fact, you know what? I think it should stay on this one for like, oops. Stay on that first one for a couple extra frames, maybe. That looks all right to me. And then, have I outlined this one yet? I'm not sure. Yes, I have. Okay, so let's export this one first. This is gonna be guy. Shit, I can't remember which one's which now. I think. Guy 2 is the one, yeah, just the white. Okay. So, let's go to our guy. And let's make another animation. So this one is going to be from frame 8 to 11. Let's do a couple of, the hell is this normalized direction? Let me get rid of this. And then we'll do a we'll say walking speed or walking anim duration. It can be 0.3. We'll do idle anim duration. That one should be longer. Like, let's try maybe 0.8. See how that feels. And then here's what we'll do. We're going to change this to text size. And this one will be walking. And that one start 8 to 11. Frame duration will be idle. Animation duration. Text size. Text size. This one will be idle, or we'll call this one default. Loops will be true. Follows music will be false for now. I might time those animations with the music, but for now we'll leave it. And then I want to change this to walking anim duration. Okay, and then we want to set our animation to default. Doesn't follow the music, so I think we can just pass in 0, 0. I might want to do an overloaded function there. I'm just going to go to, I'll make a note here. Set animation. Just going to go here. Set animation. Overload. That doesn't take music time. Or 6 per beat. Cool. All right. Okay, so now it should just be the default animation when I run it now. Sean Beats, what is happening? We got a streaker. Hell yeah, dude. 5 on it, baby. Rhythm bass like this, more fun on keys? No, I disagree. I think controller 100% actually. It's going to be, in my head, it's gonna be a keyboard game, or sorry, a controller game. Like Spaceman is playable with a keyboard too, but it's not fun. It's not great. It's really hard. Playing it with a controller is much better. I think there's a lot more that can be done with a controller. Code quickly and competently. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Because you're a programmer too, right? It's all about Vim, baby. Okay, so for some reason it's defaulting to the, or wait, hold on. Wait, I don't want this file. I want this file. Okay, so animation from 8 to 11. Sprite that set animation. I wonder if it's because I defined the other one first, but that shouldn't do it, I don't think. 0 to 7 is walking. Did I export that properly? I think I did. Let's see. Oh. I didn't get exported properly. Where did I export this to then? Sprites. I could have swore I did this already, but I guess not. Guy2.png. Guy2.png in sprites. Save, replace. Oh, I wonder if I just didn't hit enter there. Let's try this now. There we go. But it's not animate. Oh yeah, it is. Too slow. Let's make it a little bit faster. So let's go 0.5. Half a second between frames. That might even be too long. Ah, that looks okay. Okay, so now we want it. So if I start walking, it goes to the walking animation. If I stop, it goes back to this one, and then we want it to flip when I'm moving the other direction. Literally your job looking at this shit? Dude, fuck. Let's trade. You can go on tour, I'll write code. Testing the Logitech gamepad key code seems to conform to this document here. Let me find this here. It's interesting because it's a Linux thing. It's weird because it works on the Steam Deck, and I didn't have to do anything additional for that. And it also works with a steering wheel. Someone sent me a video of it, somebody playing it with a steering wheel, and even that worked. But it might be because it's this Linux thing. I'm going to bookmark this. Okay, I'm gonna look into this. I'll do my best to get this working. I don't actually have a Linux machine. I also don't have this controller, but I'm sure I can sit there with ChatGPT and it can help walk me through how to troubleshoot this. Working on robots for DHL warehouses, dude. That's fucking cool. What language are you doing mostly? I'm obsessed with this shit, dude. It's like all I think about. I put it on. Like if I go for a walk, I'm listening to a programming podcast. Falling asleep, I've got programming shit on. The only books I've read in the last 2 years were programming books. Specifically, D-pad uses the AB. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna copy this into my note as well. Can I copy the? There we go. Sweet. Dude, that's fucking cool, man. Your back's fucked. My back's fucked too, man. Twins. We're twinsies. Old man streaking. Oh, Sean, here, let's get a shout out for you, dude. Everybody follow Sean Beats. Got the first wall thing using WASD. Nice. If you can play it with a keyboard, you're a true gamer. Most people have a hard time with it with the keyboard, including me. It's much more fun with a controller. But I appreciate you picking it up, and I appreciate you playing it. If you want to leave a Steam review, that'd be awesome. No pressure, no pressure. I am trying to hit that 50 reviews, though. You just watched it, the F310 to fire. Damn, that's the worst setup of all time. Mostly Python, some bespoke shit, too. Nice. I don't know if you did say you were going to, but don't feel obligated. I'm just plugging my shit. I'm actually an idiot. No, you're not, Hopster. Give yourself a little break. Leave it a hot steamer. Thank you. Appreciate that. Better than pure keyboard, I guess. It's just awkward having your hands on two different things. Solo, what's happening, my dude? Oh, fuck. For some reason, I thought Sean said he was going to leave a hot steamer. Hell yeah, Hopster. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, so we want to switch from walking to, call it default. Most of the animations I've made, I give them one called default. Maybe idle makes more sense, whatever. I'll leave it at default for now. Okay. Let me think about this. I was like, I swear I saw you in the chat earlier. But hello. Okay, we'll worry about the mirror, the flip second. The first thing we'll do is just switching it based on input. So let's just give it a. So there's a couple ways we could do this. We could give it a state machine. I don't know if a state machine will be necessary. It depends how many animations we get going. For now, let's just do a bool is walking. And then and then what we can do is we could you know what, let's do, instead of a bool, let's make it a function, or it could be probably just be a private one. And we'll go, we'll just return dx doesn't equal 0, or that might be, there could be some floating point errors there. We could do it based on input. Maybe let's do it based on input. We'll go and we'll just do this. We'll return not input dot left held and not input dot right held and not input dot upheld and not input, whoops, not input dot down held. So if no inputs are being pressed, is walking will be false. I think that makes sense. So then what we'll do in our input, or in our update, we'll just say if not, or if is walking input. This also might cause some problems now that I think about it, because if we're setting the animation on every frame, it might always set it to the first frame of that animation. But we'll see. Let's just see here. If that's the case, then we will make a state machine. Okay, so if is walking, blah, 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 then sprite.set animation walking. Else set it to default. Let's try that. Divorced, then undivorced. Oh shit, briefly dying, partially homeless. Jesus Christ, dude. You had a lot of shit going on. Things are looking up again now. Now you're designing robots, bro. Hell yeah. So when you were undivorced, was it the same gal? Because I thought I saw you at one point and you had split with your gal, but then I think the last time I saw you was after the show in where the hell was it? Glasgow maybe, or something? Or Manchester? We spoke very briefly after the show. It wasn't like a proper hang. I can't remember what city that was in. Oh, okay, so it's backwards. Okay, so what I thought would happen is what's happening. It's setting it every frame, which means it's setting to the it's always just setting it to the first frame of the animation, so that won't work. But then it's also backwards. I did this backwards. Let's see here. Does animated sprite, I think it has a get animation, right? Current frame, get alpha, get current anim. That's the one. So what we could do, let's try this. If is walking. I'll figure out why I did that backwards. So then we'll just say if sprite.get current anim doesn't equal walking, then we'll set it. Then that might we'll go else if sprite.get current anim isn't default, then we'll set it to default. Let's see. Okay, it works for it works for walking. But when we're not walking, it looks like it's setting. Oh, I know why. I put this at the wrong layer here. We want to put this here. Here? No, whatever. Else if sprite.get current anim doesn't equal default. try that. Okay, but now it's backwards again. So is walking... Oh, yeah. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we want to do this different. We want to say, so if walking, we're going to return input.left held or input.right held or up or down. All right, let's try this. Okay. Then we start walking. We're walking. All right. Cool. I think we want the walking animation. I think both actually should be a little bit faster. Maybe we'll turn this one, the walking, let's go 0.2, and then maybe this one 0.3. Oop. Let's try that. You worked it out. Nottingham, that's where it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Auntie Sue. Still there for you, help pick up the pieces from when you was at rock bottom. That's awesome, man. You guys have been, it's been a while that you guys have been together, right? Oh, he will be, brother man. Okay, but the thing is, we're not going to want it to animate. Like if I'm pushing against the tree, I'll go on this side just because I haven't mirrored it yet. We probably don't want him to animate. So imagine you're playing the game and you move your guy in towards the tree. Like you're still pressing the move input. Should he still do the animation? Or should it be only if you can actually move? Moonwalking here. Yeah. You know, this, I feel like this one could even be based on the movement speed. Let's go 0.15. That looks pretty good. Hey man, it's awesome that she stuck by you though. Stronger for it? Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I always forgive me, I can't remember her name right now. I'm an asshole. But I always really liked her. You guys always seemed like a good pair. I want to say Brittany, but I think that's wrong, right? Okay, so I think that's looking pretty good. So now what we got to do is we got to flip it if I'm going to the left. So again, this is maybe a maybe a case for a state machine, honestly. Heather. Fuck. Sorry, bro. I'm just trying to think. Animation state machine. It might be L. You know what? Let's give it a shot. I don't think it'll take that long to make one. So let's go here. We'll go enum class. Let's just go anim state. And basically we're just going to want, we're gonna want idle, walking, idle, flipped, walking, flipped. And at some point I might want, oopsies. At some point I might want to add, like if he's walking, like if you're walking down, like I might want him to turn and sort of face the camera and then have sort of like one where he's coming towards and one going back. But for now, we'll just go side to side and then the idle. Oldest is almost 3, man. She'll be 3. Is it May? No, it's almost May. She's 3 at the end of May. And Terry, everyone calls him Mr. Aki. I do jiu-jitsu with a Vietnamese guy named Terry. I call him Terry Aki. Ain't no Terry Crews. Terry Crews is the man, dude. What a beaut. What a freaking beaut. Okay, so let's go. He doesn't have a state at all right now, right? Let's go anim state equals, oops, set it to default, which will be anim state idle. Dude, I know, it's crazy. She's old. She was actually she popped into the stream the other day. Let me find a video, man. It's crazy. I think it was yesterday. Oh, where are we here? What's today? Today's 30th. So the one from the 29th. I think it was at the end of this stream. Pause that for a sec. Yeah, here she is. Huh? Do I have ingredients? She brought me a little. She brought me a little salad.
Recipe? How did you make that?
It was really cute.
There it is. Now it's showing up. Weird. Is that Sadie on the screen?
I'm Daddy.
She's so old, man.
Daddy. That's so nice.
And it's your face on there too.
Yeah. There's some people watching.
Just move this a little bit.
You move that a little bit? Can you say hi? Can you say hi, everybody? There's some people watching.
It's crazy, man. Jesus. Like she was a baby just fucking yesterday. It's wild. It is fucking wild. I'm going to bookmark. Did I bookmark this one? Top rope moves, the wonton bomb, the Szechuan surprise. Let's go, dude. Man, there's like a local, I don't know if there's like local like professional style wrestling where you're from, but there is here in town, and it's, dude, it's so fun. Yeah, you know what? I really should save that. She's unbelievably cute, man. And then in Eden, the baby, man, she's almost 1. She's 1 at the start of June. But she's just unbelievably cute. And just in the last like month, like the last little bit, we've really started to connect. Cause like when they're newborns, like there's not a whole lot, there's not a whole ton going on up there. You know what I mean? Like she knew who dad was, like there wasn't like stranger danger or whatever, but it's not the same as like with mom, who's like nursing her and all this kind of stuff. I remember it took a while with Sadie too. But now it's with Eden, we have like a little connection. We got like the first sort of like thing, this thing that made her laugh one day. Like Anna was holding her and she put her hand up. She was kind of like waving or whatever, just putting her hand up, and I just grab it and I go choop, And she like thought it was really funny. So she was like, ha. So she'd put her hand up and I would go, choop, choop. And then it was just like, and then the next morning, Anna was holding her and she looked at me and she smiled and she like put her hand up again. So I like, choop. And it was like her little thing. Like every time she saw me for a while, she'd like put her hand up like expectantly. It was really, really cute. Keep going till we get a boy. No, I'm happy with my 2 girls. I love being a girl dad. Daughter due next week, dude. Congrats, man. That's amazing. Special pin is the spring roll. Hell yeah. It's like a cross ankles on steroids. Okay. I've also been slowly, as I'm like learning C++, I'm kind of learning how I like to write it a little bit. So I've been sort of slowly refactoring all these files as I go through them. But let's, okay, so let's try this animation state thing here. So it's going to start in idle. And now do we want to do it based on input? I feel like maybe we should do it based on dx and dy. That might be more robust. So let's do this. I'm going to try something different. Let's get rid of that one. We'll get rid of the is walking because that's going to be part of that animation state now. Let's just go here. Wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go switch anim state. Whoops. Case anim state. Whoop. Idle. So when we're idle, we're just gonna say, so yeah, this will be if sprite.set animation or sprite.get current anim doesn't equal default. So we set the animation. If it hasn't been set already, that prevents it from always setting it to the first frame. And then we're just gonna say if, so let's do this. Let's make, instead of is walking, let's just have is moving. And what we're gonna do is, we are going to say, we'll return. So we're moving if dx doesn't equal 0. Jesus fuck. Or, oh, but this is where we're getting into the, could be the floating point. Floating, we could get floating point errors. Like if our dx ever ends up being like 0.000000001, which happens, then this check would be fucked. But let's just try it out. Dx doesn't equal 0 or dy doesn't equal 0. So if either of those, function definition is not allowed here, what the fuck are you talking about? Function definition is not allowed here. What the hell? Oh, I must be missing I think I'm missing a close bracket somewhere. Here we go. There we go. Or what we could also do is, Let's just see. Okay, so we're in the idle state. We set the animation, and then what we'll do is we'll say if is moving. And we'll go state equals, or anim state equals anim state walking. We won't worry about, once again, we won't worry about flipped for now. I'm just gonna set this one to be default, just to shut up the linter. Scary word. It is a scary world to be a girl dad. This is all gold. This is gold. What we got going on in here. Get you suited up. Flying chancla. What's chancla? Gotta close them brackets, dude. Fuck. Hoisted by my own brackets. Yeah, it is a fucking scary world to be a girl dad, man, but that's why they're gonna learn how to fucking fight, bro. Okay, so oh, it might be because it could be where we're checking this. If is moving. I'm probably doing this wrong. Might be easier to do is idle. I will just do dx equals 0 and dy equals 0. Those are both floats, so we'll give her the old point f. Oh, we got an error. Yep, this guy if is okay. So we do it different. Then we'll go case anim state walking, and then we'll say if is idle. Anim state is anim state wait, idle. Anim state is not a class. Oh, whoops. Anim state. And then so here when we're idle, and then what we'll do is we'll say if not is idle. Anim state is anim state walking. Okay, it's not working. I'm assuming it's because of those floating point checks. Okay, yeah, there's got to be a more robust way to check. The input is okay, but the input, I guess, it's not the worst thing if you like push up against a wall and he does the walking animation even though he's not moving. But it would be nice to guard against that. So it only plays the animation if you actually can move in that direction. What is this up here? Restrict movement, yeah. Okay, what's it? What's a chunkla? Should I Google this? Flip-flops? Okay, yeah. Floppy kind of sandal. Sandal that Mexican mothers used to. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Deadly projectile. Hell yeah. Were you disciplined via chancla? Chancla? How do you say it? What we need to be checking, I was gonna say what we need to be checking is the dx and dy not being 0, but even then, you accumulate those floating point errors. Honestly, I wonder if trying to think of the best way to do this. Hell yeah. Chancla? Is it ch or sh? If you could zoom better in your phone, literally looks like your work. Hell yeah. What editor are you? VS Code guy? Another option is I have these. They're really just used for movement now, but I could take these variables, make them members, and then check those. Because dx, dy, you know what? We'll do based on input for now. So let's go back to this. We'll go back to is walking. And what were we doing? So I was returning. Oh yeah, I was taking input, that's right. So left held, so if left held or input dot right held or input dot up held or input dot down held. So if any of those are true, okay, and we'll do this with our anim state here. So if we're in idle, we're gonna go if is walking. Then we switch the state. Whoops, there we go. And then here we'll say if not is walking. Go back to idle. Right, input. Okay, so right, so we're in the idle state. If we haven't set the animation already, we set it. If we start walking, we set the animation to walking. That's it. When we're in the walking state, we got to do this. If sprite.getCurrentAnim isn't already walking. Then we set it to walking. And if we're not walking, so there's no input, we switch back to idle. Let's see. Let's see what happens. At the business end of a hairbrush, a thick leather belt. We got spanked as kids. Hard chuck. Okay, good to know. Chinese throwing star in the Mexican world. Hell yeah. 60 stream streak, another streaker. Place is goddamn full of streakers. Long range, hell yeah. Couple deployments. Objective, making the programming more uniform, trying to build a more generic template to speed new deployments. Dude. So you're like working on, you're not just like writing the code to make this shit happen, you're like actually working on the code base. Dude, that doesn't sound depressing at all. That sounds fucking awesome. Okay, yeah, I fucking did it backwards again. What the hell's the matter with me? Wouldn't this be... Walking would be true if I'm holding left, or I'm holding right, or I'm holding up, or I'm holding down. How do I keep getting this backwards here? Oh, maybe because of default here. I'm just gonna get rid of... I'm just... You know what? Let's do this. Let's just get rid of... Get rid of those states right now. Oh, what the hell? What happened there? There we go. There we go. And then we get rid of the default thing there. Okay, let me just see. How do I keep getting this shit back? Oh yeah, there we go. But he's not going to idle. Anim state is anim state idle. If current animation is not default, then we set it to default. Interesting. Let's print this state. Oh. Okay, so it is, the animation state is working properly. It just doesn't seem to want to update that animation. Oh, because I'm an idiot. I do this all the time. I always forget breaks. Always forget the breaks in my switch statements. There it is. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, now we'll throw these back in there. So we'll go idle flipped and walking flipped. We'll throw both of those cases in here just to shut the damn linker up. Case, anim, state, or linter rather. Idle flipped. Let's go break, and then we'll go case, anim, state, walking flipped. We'll just break in there for now. Okay, this is where it's going to get a little bit weird, because I think as it is right now, when I flip the texture, it's going to flip it along the leftmost edge. So instead of flipping it on the center and everything being in the same position, it's going to flip it like it's on a hinge. And it's going to look all fucked up. So in our, let's see, we're probably going to have to do something in our animated sprite class here. Let's just make a draw flipped. Oh shit. Virtual void. I won't make it virtual for now. We'll go draw flipped. Okay, and then let's put it right after our draw. Okay, let's go here. Const. There we go. Okay, so trying to think of the simplest way to do this, to not have to fuck around with too much shit here. Strange irony, guy. Yeah, isn't it? The grass is always greener, I suppose. Here I'm like, fuck. I'm touring for 15 goddamn years. I'm getting tired of it. Lime, good to see you. Welcome in. Shitcore DM. What'd you DM me here, brother? What do we got here? Oh, here's the chancla, tactical chancla. Dude, that's a pro move. That's not her first time. That's not her first time flipping it up like that. Solo's busted in a gut. Hits pretty close to home. Probably, hey there, Solo. Okay, so because we're gonna have to reference yeah, here we go. We'll copy most of this. Oops. Okay, let me just think about this. So we get our current frame, that's all good. We get our position, our color. So this is what's gonna change right here. And by the way, this should be const rectangle dest. And what this is gonna be okay, so then what does get rect give us here? Just the scale. Okay, so let's try this. We just want to flip the X position. So what we're gonna do, or you know what, this isn't gonna be const. We're gonna go rectangle dest equals get rect. And then we're just gonna say dest dot width equals negative dest dot width. Let's just see what happens there. Okay, and then we'll go back to our guy. I'll go back to our thing. And then in walking flipped, we're just going to, no, that's okay. Down here. We'll say if anim state equals anim state walking flipped. We'll just test out walking flipped for now. Sprite dot draw flipped. Then we'll go else. Okay. And now I just have to we actually have to get into, oh Jesus, what have I done? Ah! We actually have to get into that state now. We're gonna want to give it a direction. So let's go here. Do I have a direction? And we only want it to be left and right. So let's just do this. We'll go direction equals direction right. Set it to right by default, and then we'll make another function. We'll call it isFlipped. And do we want to do this based on input too? No, we don't, because if I'm moving to the left and I let go of the input, we want them to still be left. So, you know what? No, we won't do a function. We'll do this. We'll do in our actual movement shit. And what we'll do here, or you know what? Keep changing my mind. We're gonna do a Boolean, and it's just gonna be called flipped. And then we're gonna go flipped. We'll go here, flipped equals, or underscore flipped. And it flipped is going to be dx is less than 0. So if we're moving to the left, okay, and then this is dumb. This is one of these things that I'm gonna just kind of like, everything I'm doing is just stupid, but once I actually have it working, I'll be like, oh, okay, now I know where to clean it up. But it just takes so much like fucking around to figure out the right way to do shit sometimes. Because if I have this flipped thing, I don't really need that animation state. Let's just say if flipped, we draw flipped, otherwise we draw. And then let's just do walking and idle. And then we'll let the movement code handle the flipped. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we broke. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man? See white boy being yelled at by a short Latina. Yeah. No sympathy there. Yeah, the constantly clean bunk smell. The bus smells amazing all the time. That flip up is unreal. Get extremely depressed on the tour bus too. Dude, it's a weird thing, man, because like, yeah, I don't know, man. Some people love it. Like, some people just thrive in that environment, and I don't so much. Working late today at the studio. Let's fucking go, dude. What are you guys working on? Pixel, it's good to see you, bro. Hell freaking yeah. Okay, so let's check this. Let's see if this. See if flipped is behaving properly, and if flipped is, then we know the problem is in our drawing code. Yes. Okay. So I've never actually had to flip a sprite in with Raylib yet. So would it be a scale? Negative width. Where's the old here? Let's find the drawing functions. Like, I think it'll be this Draw Texture Pro, because we give it a rectangle, a source, a destination, or oh, maybe this would be it. I wonder if it'd be the origin. I'm not sure. Client stuff, 2 beta game releases. Sweating shit out of your ass. Yeah, you might be one of the people who likes it more than I do. Only hard because you gotta enjoy the show. Yeah, I have a hard time with the other 23 hours of the day. Hug to your cousin Bruno so he gets a scare while working. Hell yeah, I can. What's up, cousin Bruno? So tell me about how that works with your company. So does somebody say, hey, I got an idea for a game, but I don't know how to program and I don't know how to do art, so then they come to you? Is that kind of how that works? Draw texture end patch. Draws a texture or part of it that stretches or shrinks nicely. Cool. I feel like it might be this origin here, but you know what? Let's ask jack of all trades type thing. But I like, just how does build tools to speed up, simplify processes. Any areas actually. Oh, okay. So it could even be like a studio that says, hey, we need a level editor for this type of a game. That kind of thing. Gotcha. That's cool, man. That's fucking sweet. And did you own the company, right? That's really cool. One of the things you either enjoyed or you don't. Yes, it's like there's certain personality types that like thrive on tour and who like they kind of like the chaos and they like getting out and doing, and like it's all like kind of a big adventure. And then there's certain people for whom it's like, I don't know, you're surrounded by people constantly all the time. There's no routine, there's no structure. I guess that's not totally true. There's a little bit of routine and structure, but it is still chaotic. And I'm definitely more on this. I'm more of the second type. Like I like the same environment every day. I like having my routine. I like doing my thing. How can I horizontally flip a texture with Raylib? Yeah, touring, man, it's tough. It's so weird because like in a lot of ways, like, you know, we never expected it to get as big as it got. Negative width in the source rectangle. That's what it is. I put negative width in the destination rectangle. All right. And it's just like that. That is genuinely fucking like pretty sweet. But like the day-to-day life of being on the road all the time, man. Like, fuck, dude. I don't know, man. Poop on time, crank without someone watching. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No cranking. That's another thing, man. You go 5 days, 5 days. You only get hotel rooms on days off, man. You do 5 shows in a row. Holy shit. Fucking jizz coming out my... I'm like sweating it out at that point. Okay, so animated sprite, that's what we want. So draw flipped. So we get our current rect. So this one I think is what we don't want to do. So this can be const. Or wait, no. I don't think that will be the same. So we get the rectangle. So this one we don't want to be const. And then we're going to want to go frame.width equals negative frame.width. And then our destination. I got to look at this function again here. What am I actually doing with the frame here? All right, that's the source rectangle. So the destination rectangle should be the same. So that I think should stay. Okay, let's see what this does. Let's see. Call room service for more tissue. Oh, fuck. Well, the first mistake was doing it while you're high. I cannot smoke weed before a show. I have to wait till after. That's not even that's not the stressful part for me. Like the show generally was like, okay, it's working, but it looks like it's like trying to decide. I think every frame there's something weird going on. I can't put my finger on it. It seems like every frame it's okay, you know what? We might be able to just get rid of that whole animation state thing. DX less than 0 is flipped, and then what we'll do in draw. Yeah, here we go. Let's just get rid of all this. Oh, fucking Christ. I think it was trying to switch between the states there maybe or something. So if flipped, we draw flipped. Otherwise, we just draw normal. Let's see. Oh, it was Coke. Okay, that's different. I've actually never even done Coke. Fuck. Okay. Okay, it's actually flipping how I wanted it to. But now it's right, so we still need to do our, do we have, what is it, is walking? Yeah, so we'll still set our animations. I don't think we're going to need the state machine. So we'll go, we're just going to say if is walking. If sprite.get current animation doesn't equal, just writing the same shit I've been writing all night, doesn't equal walking, then we're gonna set the animation. God. Having a fucking stroke over here. Here we go. Otherwise, whoops. If we haven't set it to default, then we'll set it to default. Oh, oops. So if we are walking, we set the thing to walking, and then otherwise we're just going to say if we're flipped, we draw it flipped. Otherwise we don't. There it is. Okay, it still looks a little, I don't know, I can't really, a little choppy or something maybe, but like it looks to me like it's kind of trying to decide whether it should be in the walking state or not. Yeah, I think what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna not want to check this every frame. Whoops. We're gonna want to set it and then check when the input changes or something. I feel like I had a similar problem like this in Spaceman. Time is it? Almost 8. I gotta take off in about 5-10 minutes here. Help get the girls ready for bed. Trying to think of the more robust way to do this. Canonical event for Brazilian teenagers. Hell yeah. Fastest way to be rich and poor at the same time. Yeah, never done it. I've only done weed and mushrooms. I've never had a crazy mushroom trip or anything. Okay, it doesn't look bad, but there is a weird little jitter going on that that's what I think is happening. I think it's not happening when we're idled. So I think every frame it kind of has to decide. And what should happen is just we should get set to the walking state, and it should stay that way until we release. But then you still got to check for the input release every frame. Okay, you know what? For now, what we can do, I'm not using this anim state anymore. Not using that anymore. Yeah, Zoomers. I've had some pretty good times. Pretty good times in Zoomers. Done THC. Not a good time? What's Berlin snow? Like just Coke in Germany? So how could we do this? And yeah, there was a similar thing. I think it was in Spaceman. I had a similar weird thing with the animations. Because I think if I get rid of all this flipped logic, it doesn't do the thing that I'm seeing. Let's just see here. You know what? It is still doing it. So maybe it doesn't have to do with the flipping at all. Maybe I just didn't notice it before. All right, cool. Well, that seems to be working. That's good enough for now. I do want to do, you know what? It's 8 o'clock. I should go help get the girlies ready for bed. We'll leave it there for today. Let's just say animation or guy walking animation in game. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Could see sounds. Oh, shit. Could you taste colors? Somehow numb yet felt everything. That was from weed? Okay, let's find somebody to raid here. Hypnotic is on. Mega Mike Drummer is on. Boolean is on. Let's raid Boolean. Boolean's the man. We did game dev tonight, so from THC Delta 9. Hell yeah. Tripping balls on on a THC beer. That's hilarious. Alrighty guys, we're gonna raid Boolean. He's dope. He's awesome. We'll see you all tomorrow. Last stream of the week. Start with a little Banji playing, and then we'll do some more of this. Get that raid message there. Pixel Dude, it was good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. Priscilla Solo, Pixel Freezing. All the homies. Auntie Ladane, Zach. Hopster, dude, it was good to see you again, man. I don't know if you're still up. Lime, anyone else? I'm sure I'm missing some people. Thank you very much. Hell yeah, we'll see you later. Give PM6. Hey, we're just about to raid out here. Oh, I gotta start the raid anyway. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna go raid our friend Boolean. I gotta go help get my girls ready for bed. Classic, hey? Yeah, I do that all the time. We're gonna go raid Boolean. He's the man, and then we will see you all tomorrow. Banjo practice, and then more game dev. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.